Yes, Aditi, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I, Savio de Costa, along with my colleague, Mrs. Minnie Roy, would like to welcome each one of you. Our beloved chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas, passed away on the 18th of May, 2021. Traditionally, we have the 41st day of remembrance when prayers are offered for the departed soul, and hence we are gathered here today to pay homage to our beloved Sir on this day.
We have bittersweet moments today as we acknowledge some beautiful memories we have had with Sir. The legacy he leaves behind at the Asian School and also to the society at large will continue to live on in our memories.
A few words of comfort to Sir's family members and each one of us from the Bible. Matthew 5:4. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. John 14:18. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come back to you.
We begin all our school functions with the school song Lead Kindly Light. This song was very close to our chairman's heart and was introduced by him as a school song right from the conception of the Asian school.
This song, hymn, Lead Kindly Light, is a hymn with words written in 1833 by Saint John Henry Newman as a poem titled The Pillar of the Cloud. Lead Kindly Light is a prayer in the form of a hymn that seeks comfort and guidance from God, which we truly believe our Sir, Mr. Joseph Thomas, found in his life. It's a song of praise and thanksgiving to God. We will now bow in prayer as we begin with this prayer song.
Lead kindly light amid encircling gloom, lead thou me on. The night is dark and I am far from home, lead thou me on. Keep thou my feet, I do not ask to see the distant sea, one step enough for me. I was not ever thus afraid that thou shouldst lead me on. I love to choose and see my path, but now lead thou me on. I love the garish day in spite of fears. Pride rule my will, remember not past years. Lead kindly light amid encircling gloom, lead thou me on.
Good things come to those who have faith. Better things come to those who have hope. But the best things come to those who never give up. This is the real essence of every religion. Now, we have the recital from the three holy books by our former teachers who will always remain a part of the Asian school family. The Quran will be read by Mrs. Raswana, the Bible by Mrs. Gracie Makoshi, and Bhagavad Gita by Ms. Sushma Menon.
Good afternoon to everyone. Rabbi zidni ilma. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi qasr. إلا الذين آمنوا وآمنوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر صدق الله العظيم. May his soul rest in peace.
Reading from the scripture. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 13 to 18. But I do not want you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning those who have fallen asleep, lest you sorrow as others who have no hope. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so God will bring with him those who sleep in Jesus. For thus we say to you by the word of the Lord, that we who are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord will by no means precede those who are asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and thus we shall always be with the Lord. Therefore, comfort one another with these words.
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुतः Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is the shlok from the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. The essence of the verse is that the Atma or soul is formless, shapeless and limitless. It can never be destroyed by any weapon, burned by fire or withered by the wind. The soul is imperishable and eternal. Though we miss Sir physically being with us today, his presence will always be with us. His legacy will live on forever. I pray for his soul. Sir, we miss you.
It is well with my soul is a hymn that signifies the truth that regardless of our season in life, God teaches us to find internal peace in Him. This song is presented to you by our grade 12 student, Heba Elsa Bichu.
When peace like a river attended my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my Lord, Thou hast taught me to see. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my But Lord, for Thee, for Thy coming we await. The sky, Lord, the great is our goal. Oh, triumph of the angels, oh, voice of the Lord. Blessed hope, blessed rest of my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul.
Joining us from New York to give Eulogy will be Reverend Father Jio Joseph Kaladanthiyal. When Sir first met Father Jio, he was principal of Don Bosco PU College in Chitradurga, Karnataka. Later, he took on responsibility as a principal of Don Bosco School in Thrissur, Kerala. He is currently pursuing a PhD in educational leadership in Fordham University, New York. Sir and Father Jio shared many common interests as fellow educators and this led to a deep friendship that had been maintained over many years now. Sir held Father Jio in great esteem, and it is our pleasure to invite him to give eulogy today for Sir. Father Jio, please.
Dear members of the Asian School community and the family and friends of Mr. Joseph Thomas. Thinking of Mr. Joseph Thomas, several thoughts flood up in my mind. We hail from the same village, Maringatubili, but our relationship is far more profound than what two neighbors or country cousins would share. I came to close contact with him in 2013, and I came to Bahrain to conduct a leadership training program for school students. Ever since, we kept up the relationship. I have lost a great friend, an irreplaceable mentor, and a true guiding light with his untimely death. Mr. Joseph Thomas was a true visionary leader. He was ahead of his times. He was not just a dreamer, but he was ready to pay the price to accomplish his dreams. Passion and perseverance were his hallmarks. Look at the way he pursued his dreams. As I said, we come from the same village, Maringatubili, a small village in Kerala, where he completed his schooling. But then he went on to graduate with bachelor's in arts from St. Thomas College, Pala, a prestigious institution in our neighborhood. He went on to do his master's in arts from Indore University, Madhya Pradesh. Obtaining the bachelor's in education from Gorakhpur University in Uttar Pradesh, he began his career in education in 1970, and he joined as a kindergarten teacher at Holy Cross School in Dimapur, and later worked as a headmaster at the government middle school in Pimpla, Nagaland. And he transitioned from school education to college education, and he became an English teacher at St. Thomas College in Benares, Uttar Pradesh. It was in 1982 that he left Benares to come to Bahrain. He always wanted to be a novel school leader. On May 11, 1983, he founded our great Asian school, Bahrain. Ever since its beginning, he has been serving in the capacity of principal and director of Asian School until July 2009, when he moved to a pure management role. The Asian School Bahrain is an eloquent testimony of this great visionary leader. His academic background, teaching experience, practical wisdom, innovative thinking crystallized into this academic institution. And today, we have thousands of students and hundreds of teachers who are beneficiaries and brand ambassadors of that system of education. I know Mr. Joseph Thomas as a hard worker. All of us know how he worked his way up. In 1983, he started the Asian school with just 65 students. And today, in less than 4 decades, the number stands at a little less than 5,000. As a student, he was industrious. The same discipline that he showed as a student, he instilled into his pupils as well. For him, work was worship. During my conversations and personal meetings with him, I could see his passion for education. He was a great humanitarian. He believed that the heart of education is the education of the heart. One of the books of Robin Sharma has an interesting title, Who Will Cry When You Die? In the case of Mr. Joseph Thomas, there are so many people who feel terribly pained at his death because he helped them generously. He helped people to get back on track with their lives. He was sensitive and kind to the needs of others. It's also noted that he constantly preferred to remain in the shadows rather than trumpeting about his charitable works. He had a great sense of justice. He treated people equally and with respect. I'm sure you know that better than me. Their life situation or social standing were irrelevant to him. That he was just and fair did not prevent him from being kind and gentle. He was a family man, a wonderful husband, and a role model father. Not just blood relatives, but his family, but his friends too became family to him. Most people are good. People rise from good to great when they are able to leave a legacy on earth. Mr. Joseph Thomas has left us a great legacy. And Mr. Job Thomas, his brother, and Gigi Sebastian always stood by his side in helping him achieve his far-sighted dreams. When a person's life is remembered, the person becomes immortal. Mr. Joseph Thomas will continue to remain evergreen in our memories. He will continue to live on through his children, Lovey and Timmy. He will continue to live on through the thousands of students he has who have walked and who will walk through the portals of Asian School Bahrain, a great institution that he built with the sweat of his brow. And I offer my heartfelt condolences to his wife, Elizabeth, whom I love most dearly. I urge his children, Timmy and Lovey, to carry on the legacy of your visionary father. May you make your father immortal by living and taking forward the values and vision he shared with you. And may God grant eternal rest to Mr. Joseph Thomas. God bless you all.
Thank you, Reverend Father. Now, our beloved principal, Mrs. Molly Mammon, will speak a few words in remembrance of Sir.
It's mute. Go ahead. Good evening, everybody. We are gathered here this afternoon to say that here was a life that demands recognition, a life that exemplified kindness, a life that inspired emulation, a life that burned so that others' paths were lit. Our late chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas, was a living proof of just how fine a person can be. Our sorrow is lessened only slightly with the comforting thought that we had the privilege to know and work under Sir over the years. As a respected educationist, Sir contributed in innumerable ways to our careers as well as our personal lives. He executed enthusiasm for almost any task at hand. Sir walked into the office every morning, ready for whatever the day held, ready for any one of us who had a difficult decision at bay. Our chairman was a true leader in every sense of the word. He led us in such a way that he exemplified rather than defined leadership. The secret of his success was his industrious nature coupled with punctuality, dedication, determination, and of course, humility. He identified personal and corporate values and then upheld them without compromise. I remember the times when Sir stood in the hot sun supervising the arrangements going on before the annual day. We had no auditorium at that time. Whether it was afternoon after class hours or late evening, Sir was there at school, meticulously fine-tuning the settings before the show. Adlai Stevenson once commented about a man and his contribution. It's not the years in life that counts, it's the life in the years. While great men die, their contributions do not. They are immortal, as Father said. There's no dearth of Sir's contributions. He educated innumerable children in a conducive environment, the best of which he could provide. He gave his time and encouragement. The time is gone. The encouragement will remain to see us through life. Our late chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas, left us too soon. Our life will be empty in places that his energy once filled. Poet John Donne analyzed the void this way: each man's death diminishes me because I am a part of mankind. But we feel the loss on a much more personal and individual level. We will always miss you, sir, and cherish the moments you shared with us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Speaking together next are the school directors, Mr. Timmy Joseph and Miss Lovey Joseph, who are also Sir's son and daughter.
A very good evening to everyone. We would like to share just a few words of gratitude today. First of all, I would love to thank Father Jio and Mrs. Marmon for their kind words.
There's never been an important function at the Asian School that was not graced by the presence of our father, the founder chairman of the Asian School. Therefore, we strongly believe that he is present with us today as well, and for all eternity, interceding for God's blessings upon the school and upon us.
I believe Albert Einstein said that the value of a man should be seen in what he gives and not what he is able to receive. Going by that, the value of our father, Mr. Joseph Thomas, really cannot be quantified, since he gave immensely and wholeheartedly and received also equally. The support and love that has poured forth after his passing is nothing short of miraculous. A testimony indeed to how much he has nurtured personal relationships with all he met.
As many of you know, our school, we lay strong emphasis on an attitude of gratitude. It is only befitting that on behalf of our family, we take this opportunity to thank all of you, indeed each of you, for being our pillars of strength at a time when we needed it the most. Our teachers, students, and parents stood by us with prayers and moral support, and we are so grateful for this extended family of the Asian School.
We have received thousands of calls, messages, and emails from the world over, from parents, teachers, and students, old and new, from friends and family, and even from perfect strangers. We had set up a website, josephthomas.forevermissed.com, and the messages there have touched us deeply. The tributes shared by the newspapers, those who shared on Facebook by so many people, it truly goes to show how deeply so many of you felt about him.
We would like to particularly thank the staff at the Royal Bahrain Hospital, the PDF Hospital, for all their efforts to revive Dad's ailing health. Special thanks goes to the dialysis unit of the Royal Bahrain Hospital, in particular, Dr. Nada Albert and Nurse Swati and Nurse Jo Slittle for their immense care with which they treated Dad.
It would be remiss of us not to thank Dr. Praveen Kumar, Dr. Sami Gouda, Dr. Sharif, Dr. Vivek, Dr. Nuria, Dr. Monish, and Dr. Martin. So many others who are always ready to guide us and help us at any given time of the day or night.
We would like to give a word of thanks to Dr. Roshan Jacob at the ER of RBH, who fought hard to bring Dad back from his first heart attack on the 13th of May. So it gave us a few days to reconcile with the fact that we were losing Dad.
Most importantly, we would like to thank Dad's caregivers, Himodar Basumatri and Sadiqul Islam, who cared for him like he was their own father. We are indebted to them for eternity for the selfless care they gave him, especially in the last 2 years.
For my brother and I, the Asian School is like a younger sibling who was loved and cared for as much as we were. Dad's every waking moment, which included many sleepless nights, was spent contemplating on the school's future. Such was our father's vision and passion for the school.
We are certain that we may never be able to match his contribution to the growth and success of the school. However, despite this great loss, we, along with our beloved Asian School family, committed to carrying forth his dream and his mission. It is our promise to do everything possible to take the school to greater heights and ensure that his vision for the school is upheld. Thank you.
On 20th May, we had a memory day at school where each class teacher and her students shared memories and reminisced about Sir and prayed together for his departed soul. On this day, Nikita Lacerado of grade 10C shared her views in memory of Sir along with her class teacher, Mrs. Sindhu Menon, and her classmates. And we are sharing the recordings of the same with you today.
And I've seen since the school grow to what it is today. And I'm grateful that my father had to wait in the line for such a long time to get the admission for me. He had to sit there from evening to morning, and I'm very grateful that he didn't give up. If my father had given up midway and decided to enroll me in another school, I wouldn't be here today. When I first came to the school in the beginning, of course, there were so many problems. But the teachers and all the staff were so kind, and they helped us all to get where we are today. There were many moments in my life where I had a chance to speak to Sir, maybe to even thank him, but I could not. I remember very clearly when I I was walking down the corridor and I saw Sir. And when I saw him, I was nervous. I didn't know what to say at that moment. I just stuttered a good morning and then I left. And then a part of me felt guilty. I wanted to say something more. I remember walking to the school every day, wishing our teachers good morning. I remember how I was and what I am today, all because of all the teachers, all the people I have met in my life because of the school. And I want to thank Sir because of his dedication and his hard work. He was able to change our lives. He was able to help so many people. And I believe that our ex-students and all the people he knows, all those who know him, will agree with me that because of him, he was able to make us a better people, better human beings. He was an inspiration to all, and his life is an example of how we are supposed to be. He was a good Christian, a good husband, a good father, good uncle. He was a good teacher, and he taught us so much more. And the reason I respect Sir was not because he was just the founder of our school, not because he was just the chairman, but because he was this humble person who had a vision. And because of this vision, I believe that we are all here today because of him. I remember from a young age seeing all the head boys, all the head girls giving speech about the school, about their experience. And in the beginning, like everyone else, I took the school for granted. There were days I didn't want to come. It is always there in our lives, that one moment. But as I started to grow, I realized how lucky and fortunate I am to be able to be part of the school. All the teachers of our school, they have their own families, their own children, but they loved us as if we were their own. They always, I remember whenever there were complaints against our class teacher always stood up for us, always tried to defend us, tried to discipline us because they cared for us. They were always there. I also grew up seeing many of our ex-students come back to see some of our teachers. Some came with their partners, some even came with their children. And seeing this, I realized that our school is not just somewhere we come to just study. It is somewhere we make memories. It is our family. And I don't know if Sir ever realized how much of a difference his kindness, his perseverance has made in the lives of so many people. His love, his dedication changed so much. And I hope that in a few years' time, when we finish our education, if I ever get the chance to come back to see the school, to be able to once more thank all the teachers, and if the school auditorium is still there, I would love to go there to see how the school has grown. I am so grateful for all the teachers, all the people who are there in the school because they have influenced me to who I am today. They have made me a better person. And I'm not saying this just as a sugar coating. I have learned so much in the school. Just how, as I have been at home, the school is our second home. I grew up listening to my parents' stories about their childhood, same as all the teachers at school. I know so many of my friends who had problems at home, who had so much difficulty, but because later on in life, they didn't know what to do, and they knew that they could always count on their teachers, on the staff. Whenever they had any difficulty, they would go and talk to their teachers. There were some students who trusted the teachers sometimes even more than their own parents. I know this because I've seen this so many times. I have always looked up to our teachers, to the principal, because they were such great people. Despite all the difficulties, all the obstacles in their lives, they didn't give up. And this is the example that we need to live. Whenever I had difficulties, I had trouble, I always remember that there was always someone there for me. Always there was a teacher who sat with me, who explained to me that everything was going to be okay. They taught me to be more inquisitive, to question, to understand more, which I wouldn't have been able to do if I wasn't a part of the school. And this isn't just a school, it's a family. I have made many good friends, many good memories. And even after, I believe, after I finish my education, I will still remember this school. All the things I have learned, all the values of life, I will apply to my life and be able to do something. And I also want to thank all my classmates, because I remember that each class I went to, we all were like a small family. We were always there for one another. We were always together. And we always supported one another in everything we did. And although Sir is not amongst us here today, wherever he is, I am sure he's smiling down upon our school. The school will grow and become bigger. It will have more students, more teachers in the future, I believe. And I believe that wherever Sir is, he will continue to intercede and pray for the school, that our school may become more prosperous than how it is today. And even though I could never thank Sir personally, none of us could, for all his hard work, for everything he has done, I would like to take the opportunity to thank him now for the dedication, for believing in his vision, for believing in us. In the future, whatever I am, whatever I'm going to be, it is because of that vision of that one humble man who wanted to spread his idea of education. As teacher said, he was a born educator, a teacher, and we can all learn something from him to become better human beings, to become better people, to be able to influence others with what we have learned. When I was going through Sir's life, everything that he had gone through, I found that there were many ex-students, many teachers, so many people who knew Sir. They had created a website in order to pay tribute to our dear Sir. And I was so surprised to see that despite how many years have been over, there were many who still remembered Sir. So many difficulties Sir had to go through. It was never easy for Sir, but he still did it. And I'm glad that now his soul may be able to rest peacefully, because he knows that he did it, that his dream he accomplished, that he changed the life of so many students, that he was able to change the lives of so many teachers, so many people. He was a good person, and he will always live on in our hearts. He will always live on in the very spirit of our school. Sir's dream changed the life of so many people. And I am sure that we will all keep him in our prayers and in our memories. I would like to thank our teachers as well for everything that they have done for us. I would like to end with this beautiful quote. A beautiful soul leaves behind many beautiful memories. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. for sharing your memories about Sir. And we know from his life that there may be so many hardships and obstacles in our path, but if your aim is decided upon, you have a goal to reach, whatever that obstacles are, it is easy to overcome them through persistent hard work. It's a example, his life itself is an example for that. His story is like
Yes.
that of a candle burning
Yes.
out its way, showing light for all of you to follow. Right? Now he may
Yes,
belong
teacher.
to heaven, but as a star, he would be guiding us in the darkness. The
Yes.
candles must have burnt out, but the legend ever will. Right?
His legacy lives on.
Yeah, it will live on. He stood like a mountain against all the odds that he had to face in his life. At this moment, we will say a goodbye to Sir. He may have gone from our world, but he will never go from our hearts.
Hearts.
Yeah. So if there is anybody who wants to share their memories about Sir, you can do so now. If there is anybody who
It cannot be denied that Asian School is an extended family of teachers, students, and parents, both present as well as former, spread across the globe. When I mentioned about Sir's 41st day of remembrance to our teachers of the past, I received an overwhelming response from them. We shared our good old memories, and many of them were in tears. Ran short of words. Many still couldn't believe that Sir is no more. I personally am so lucky to get his blessing on my birthday on the 12th of April when Sir last visited the school. A blessing that many couldn't receive, which I can never forget in my lifetime. Here we have messages received from my ex teachers. Over to those videos.
I am new here. I left the ASEAN school 20 years ago, but the school is still very close to my heart, and I continue to remain connected with the school. There are many people we meet in our lives. Do we remember everyone? No. But some people we remember every day, and they live in our hearts, whom we cannot forget. Our sir, late Joseph Thomas, was one of them. When I joined the school as an academic coordinator, I was wondering how to cope with the added responsibility. It was Sir who guided me through the initial stages, who made me feel comfortable in the school. At times I felt he was like my elder brother. He was always there to support his teachers in all kinds of situations. He was a strict disciplinarian and also compassionate. The ASEAN school is the result of his hard work and perseverance. I learned so much during my 4 years in the ASEAN school under his guidance. It was my privilege to have known him, actually whom we love and respect, they never leave us. All the good memories that I have today are the treasures for me. Rajiv and myself offer our heartfelt condolences to the family. So, wherever you are, rest in peace.
Good evening, all. There is no shortcut to success. Our beloved Sir's journey of life is a true example. We all know Sir had a dream, and the dream was not fulfilled quickly, but with many years of hard work and patience. From the time I returned to India, I have shared Sir's success story with many of my friends and relatives. It is so inspirational. For me, Sir had many admirable qualities. Like regarding schoolwork, Sir was extremely professional. Sir expected perfection and discipline from each and every member of the ASB family. But on the other hand, when we had our staff picnics, we experienced the jovial nature of Sir. Sir mingled so freely with the staff and was full of fun. I consider myself lucky that I could be a part of all that fun. Those memories will forever be cherished by me. For me, Sir was a father figure. He always considered my problems and helped me in times of my need. I know Sir's blessings is with each and every family member of Sir and the whole ASB family. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Some people come into this world to be passers by. Some people come into this world to make a difference. Our Joseph Sir was indeed such a personality. I had been a teacher at Asian School from 2004 to 2013. And every time I had an association or meeting with Joseph Sir, my respect for him kept on growing. I still can't believe that Sir is no more with us. My sincere condolences to Elizabeth ma'am, Lovi ma'am, and the entire family. We all are with you in prayers. Thank you.
Me, Lalita Jagdishan, ex-Hindi teacher of the Asian School, would like to express my heartfelt condolences. Let his soul rest in peace. Even though Sir is not amidst us, sweet memories will dwell in the hearts of the Asian School family forever. I am grateful to Sir as he gave me an opportunity to serve in his esteemed organization for 21 years. Let Almighty give strength to all the family members to overcome the great loss. Thanks a lot, dear friend Winnie, for including me in the 41st Remembrance Day of Sir and allowing me to speak a few words. Stay safe, take care, God bless, bye. Thank you.
I cannot believe our beloved and respected director, Sir, Mr. Joseph Thomas, is no longer with us. Sir's kind face remains forever in my mind. செயற்கரிய செய்வர் பெரியர் சிறியர் செயற்கரிய செய்களாதார். This saying is by great poet Thiruvalluvar. This means only great people can do the good achievement. Other people cannot do that. Our Asian School, Bahrain, is a testimony of the achievement of Sir. It is wonderful school with quality education for students and good platform for teachers. I feel very proud of being former teacher, worked under the great administration and guidance of our director, Sir. I learned a lot from Sir, like determination, punctuality, and helping others. Sir never treated us as his subordinates. Sir always treated everyone with equally and in friendly manner. There is no equal to Sir in hosting friends and well-wishers. Sir visited many times our place in Tamil Nadu with our beloved Madam Mrs. Elizabeth Joseph Thomas and offered his blessings and guidance for the development of our school. Today what I am is all because of Sir's blessing and guidance. Sir's passing is irreparable loss to our Asian School family and to the society. On behalf of students, teachers, and management of Muthuswami Vidyalaya, I pray God to rest Sir's soul in eternal peace and give courage to our beloved Madam Mrs. Elizabeth Joseph Thomas, Mrs. Lovey Joseph Thomas, Mr. Timmy Joseph Thomas, and family members to face this difficult time. Thank you.
Our heartfelt condolences on the sad and untimely demise of our Sir Mr. Joseph Thomas. I am saddened to hear Mr. Joseph Thomas has passed away. I would like to offer my most sincere condolences in your grief. I say this with profound sorrow and very heavy heart. I met Sir Mr. Joseph Thomas in the year 1989 when I joined the Asian School. Since then, we had a good working coordination in the area of teaching, managing library, extracurricular activities. There is little comfort in words, and no words to express my great, overwhelming sorrow. I want to extend my deepest sympathy to Sir's family. Mr. Joseph Thomas was a wonderful person, great educationist, highly respected and caring, and I want you to know how sorry I was to hear what happened. I feel very fortunate to have known him and will remember him always. I hope that his family, Mrs. Elizabeth Thomas, ma'am, Mrs. Lovey, Mr. Timmy, and family members can find some comfort, and may the Lord give strength and solace to the family. We are with you all in this time of grief. Rest in peace, sir.
रहने को इस संसार में सदा आता नहीं कोई, पर जिस तरह सर आप गए हैं इस तरह जाता नहीं कोई। सर से जाने का दुख असहनीय है। यही वो इंसान हैं जिन्होंने एशियन स्कूल को एक परिवार बनाया, बनाया ही नहीं करके दिखाया। हर सदस्य के सुख और दुख में खड़े रहे, मुसीबत में उन्होंने सबकी मदद की। इतना ही नहीं, हमारे लिए वो एक सूरज के समान हैं जिन्होंने कई तारों को रोशन किया। उनकी तारीफ में शब्द बहुत कम है। अंत में बस इतना ही कहूँगी कि वक्त के साथ ज़ख्म तो भर जाएंगे, मगर जो बिछड़े हैं वो कभी लौट के नहीं आएंगे। जाने वाले कभी नहीं आते, सिर्फ उनकी यादें रह जाती हैं। बस अंत में इतना ही कहूँगी कि भगवान उनकी आत्मा को शांति दे, मोक्ष दे और उनके परिवारजनों को इस दुख को सहने की शक्ति दे। धन्यवाद।
Dear friends, I wish to recall the words of Joseph Thomas, sir. I look after the growth of school just like that of a baby. The Asian school has been a huge part of his life. Sir ensured that his motto was implanted in all those who were a part of the Asian school family. As I look back, I think of all those times. Sir appreciated our efforts that brought the school glory. I am proud to say that during my career with the school for 27 years, all initiatives taken by me, be it extracurricular activities or otherwise, have been appreciated and recognized. This attitude helped me and others to improve our output in each academic year. It takes a true leader to do the same, and Sir has been our exemplary model. Sir always supported his staff, even on a personal level, and I would like to share how I experienced the same during the most difficult times of my life when I lost my spouse. Sir and his family were there to console me during the funeral, which has left me with a heartfelt memory. Though I am in Kerala now, I was not able to attend his funeral due to COVID restrictions. Without Sir's support, I would have not been able to continue with the school and bring up my daughters. I'm thankful to the school management and would like to wish the Asian School family continued growth and success in its journey ahead, just as how Sir envisioned for his baby. Thanking you all, Tessie Anthony Panikaran.
With the short notice, I really couldn't prepare anything. So whatever I say now comes straight from the heart. Mr. Thomas. When I think of Mr. Thomas, I remember the first meeting with him in 1990. 7 months pregnant, I walked into his office for an interview. And without even taking into consideration my health status, he employed me. Little did I know that it was not just an acceptance into his teaching faculty, but also he accepted me into his beautiful family. Treated as a family member. Under the mentorship of Mrs. Mammon, he allowed me to flourish, to grow, and help me to progress in the beautiful path from a teacher to a coordinator and to the academic supervisor. Always being there when you need him was a beautiful quality he had. I remember approaching him when two of our parents, families, lost the breadwinner in their families due to health reasons. He was quick to decide that he would pardon the fees of those children and give them free education. Always the staff could approach him with their personal issues and he would have a way to deal with it. His support to the teaching faculty was enormous. When I think of Mr. Thomas, and whenever Joy used to come and advise me that Mr. Thomas wants to see me, I would walk into his cabin with mixed feelings. A little bit of fear that maybe I'm falling short of his expectation, and the warmth that a father figure would give to his children. And that was Mr. Thomas. Though miles away, I still remember Mr. Thomas, Mrs. Thomas and his family, and the Asian school. Mrs. Thomas, Timmy, and Lovey. This is from our family to your family. Our prayers and thoughts are always with you. Mr. Thomas has left a legacy behind. And remember, while departing this earth and this world, he knew that he has left his legacy with capable hands like Mrs. Thomas, Lovey, and Timmy. His blessings are always with you, and our prayers and our thoughts are with you. Thank you.
नमस्कार, मैं पूनम कासलीवाल आज एशियन स्कूल के फाउंडर चेयरमैन लेट श्री जोसेफ थॉमस जी के बारे में कुछ यादें, कुछ बातें आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहती हूँ। सपने तो हर किसी के होते हैं और उनमें से कुछ लोग उसे हासिल कर लेते हैं। हमारे सर जोसेफ थॉमस, उन्होंने अपने सपने को देखा और उसे सच भी किया। वे इतने महान दूरदर्शी और मेहनती थे जिसके कारण आज हम इस प्रतिष्ठित संस्थान द एशियन स्कूल ऑफ बहरीन को इतना अच्छा और बेहतरीन स्कूल बना पाए। इस सपने की हकीकत शुरू होती है 1983 से, जब केरल से ग्रेजुएट एक टीचर पहले पहुंचा भारत के दूर उत्तर पूर्वी राज्य नागालैंड में और वहां एक किंडरगार्टन टीचर के पद पर कार्य करते हुए शुरू किया अपना सफ़र। और वहीं से वे बन गए प्रिंसिपल ऑफ दैट स्कूल। पर उनका सपना कुछ और था, इसलिए उस सपने को पूरा करने वो पहुंचे बनारस एक लेक्चरर के पद पर। लगता है उस युवक को कुछ और करना था, इसलिए अपने सपनों की उड़ान को लेते हुए 1982 वह आ पहुंचा बहरीन। और यहाँ से शुरू हुआ 1983 में उनका सपने को पूरा करने का सफर। दिया उन्होंने अपने सपने को एक आकार। एक छोटे से स्कूल जिसमें थे सिर्फ 3 टीचर्स और 65 स्टूडेंट्स, उमल हासम में किंडरगार्टन में। और आज वह एक छोटा सा सपना बड़ा सा आकार लेकर दुबली पहुंच चुका है, जहां पर 4000 से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स हैं और कितना सारा स्टाफ। यह सब संभव हुआ सिर्फ एक व्यक्ति की प्रेरणा से, सर जोसेफ थॉमस। जी हाँ, सपना हम सभी को देखना चाहिए, पर कितने हैं उसे पूरा कर पाते हैं और उस सपने को पूरा करने के लिए पूरी शिद्दत से कोशिश करते हैं। He believed in his dream. He saw the potential for his dream and successfully achieved it. He will always remain as an inspiration to all of us. A man of few words, but he was always there. I remember स्कूल के फ्रंट पोएम हर सुबह और हर दोपहर को वे खड़े रहते थे, अपने स्टाफ और अपने स्टूडेंट्स को भीनी भीनी मुस्कान से स्वागत किया करते थे। That was an assurance, एक विश्वास कि मैं आप सबके साथ हूँ। किसी भी संस्था की उन्नति और कामयाबी उसके जोरदार संचालन से ही सफल होती है। एक ऐसी जगह न केवल बच्चों को शिक्षा पहुंचाई, अपितु उन्हें चैलेंज किया, उन्हें अन्य जीवन की गतिविधियों से अवगत कराया। स्पोर्ट्स, म्यूजिक, आर्ट्स, डिबेट्स, डांस, public speaking, leadership skills, group activities, learning to share and care with each other. This is all part of a good education system. आज एशियन स्कूल से पढ़े हुए विद्यार्थी देश विदेश में फैले हुए हैं और जहाँ भी हैं उन्होंने इस शिक्षा का अपने जीवन में पूरी तरह से प्रयोग किया है। आपने सिर्फ एक स्टूडेंट को ज्ञान ही नहीं दिया, बल्कि उस शिक्षा से वह एक सफल करियर बना सका और आगे आने वाली पीढ़ियों को देखभाल करने में कामयाब हो सका। Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the foundation you laid out for all of us who were fortunate enough to study there or as a staff member. सर आज हमारे बीच नहीं है, लेकिन एक दिल है जिसने इतने सारे जीवनों को छुआ है। वह जीवित है और हमेशा जीवित रहेगा हजारों दिलों में, हजारों धड़कनों में। मैं सिर्फ इतना ही कहना चाहूँगी, एक महान नेता, अनुशासक, दूरदर्शी। आप भले ही हमारे बीच नहीं हैं, लेकिन आपकी यादें हमारे साथ रहेंगी। हमारी प्रार्थना और शुभकामना पूरे परिवार के साथ है। विश एंड होप कि आपके द्वारा बनाया गया यह शिक्षा का संस्थान और अधिक उन्नति करे, प्रगति करे, महान आत्मा की शांति मिले। ओम शांति।
Today, I feel honored to speak about a great personality, a great visionary, and a path breaker who always led us by example, Joseph Thomas said. Although Sir has left us for the heavenly abode, he has left behind a never to be parted legacy of positive experiences and values. His passion, his dedication, his vigor for excellence and hard work made him the educational doyen who could navigate and bless upon many generations. As a former teacher of the Asian school, I am indebted to him. I remember him as a great person and a great mentor who could maintain good relationships with everybody. He had the humility and a great ability to take quick decisions which were acceptable to one and all. One of the key areas of focus for Sir was the quality of education imparted at the Asian school from its initial days of establishment. He sought to instill self-confidence and tried to develop the people who worked in his organization. His demeanor made him a wonderful person who I admire beyond words. Sir will continue to live in all our hearts. Thank you, Sir, for who you were. God bless the family. Thank you.
I started my professional career in Asian school as a teacher and had the privilege to work for 23 long years. During this time, I have learned and gained a lot of experience personally and professionally. Apart from teaching, I could showcase my extracurricular talents and impart to students. Sir and ma'am always encouraged and supported me in everything. Today, our dear Sir is no more with us. At this time, I would like to dedicate one of his favorite songs, which he wanted me to choreograph for the invocation dance for the annual day celebration for the second time. ईश्वर सत्य है, सत्य ही शिव है, शिव ही सुंदर है। जागो उठ कर देखो, जीवन ज्योत उजागर है। सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं, सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं, सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं। ईश्वर सत्य है, सत्य ही शिव है, शिव ही सुंदर है। सत्यं शिवं सुंदरम. And one more Tamil song, Sir and Ma'am wanted me to choreograph for the Silver Jubilee celebration for Angel Dance. This was once choreographed by Beulah teacher, and Ma'am wanted me to choreograph this for the second time, the Tamil song. என்னில்லடங்கா ஸ்தோத்திரம் சுவாமி என்றென்றும் நான் பாடுவேன். என்னில்லடங்காத ஸ்தோத்திரம் சுவாமி என்றென்றும் நான் நான் பாடுவேன். இந்நாள் வரை என் வாழ்விலே நீ செய்த நன்மைக்கே ஆஹா என்னில் அடங்கா ஸ்தோத்திரம் தேவா என்றென்றும் நான் பாடுவேன். A beautiful soul is never forgotten. Death leaves a heartache that no one can heal. Love leaves a memory that no one can steal. I would like to conclude by saying that if we live for the Lord. If we die for the Lord. Whether we live or die, we all belong to God. Now, our dear sir is in the hands of God. Rest in peace, sir.
Word cannot express the pain of losing someone very special to us. May the unforgettable memory hold deep in our heart. He was inspiring, intellectual gentleman. I hope God give us the strength to overcome the pain of our great loss. Our only consolation would be that God has hopefully ended his suffering. May God grant him the best place in his kingdom. I'm grateful to have known him for the past 26 years. He brought me to this kingdom of Bahrain in 1995 as a French teacher to Asian school. He let me stay in his home. In this era, no one is capable of much gratitude. I'm blessed to have Madam and Sir as my godparents. Since that day, I have been obliged to serve them as a son. I worked with them past 10 years. I learned, I trained. I had many memories even in this school and Sir's home. Sir was my guru, my mentor, my leader, my father, and my friend. He is the person who knew me past, support me to grow to the person I am today. I opened a technology college in Tamil Nadu. As a token of gratitude, I named a block called Professor Joseph Thomas Block. I invited him and his family to open that block in 2016. I was lucky to have such a wonderful leader since 1995. Whenever he visit Velangani temple, he used to visit me and my parents back home in Pondicherry. We had never-ending wonderful memories. I had the privilege to have him at my marriage and blessed me. I am what I am today because of this great father. I attribute to this great soul. Thank you.
This clearly shows the love and affection that they had towards Joseph Thomas Sir, and is a testimony to the love that they have for Sir and the cherished memories of him and this great institution. Next, we would like to share videos received from our head boy and head girl, the school council members, and the other students as well.
A man who proved in front of my eyes, weakness is not a barrier. Greetings to all hearing me. A little over a decade ago, I joined the school not knowing the impact it would have on me. The school started by this wonderful human being, Mr. Joseph Thomas. Although I've had only countable interactions with Sir, I remember one very distinctly, one that I had with Sir in grade 9 for the orchestra. I was terrified to meet Sir, let alone perform in front of the executive leadership of the school. But our dear chairman, Sir, had such a calming and captivating persona that helped me calm down. At the end, when I left that room, he told me ways to improve my performance despite the fact that he was sick. He was so passionate about it that he made sure that he attended our practice every weekend after school. In a way, seeing him inspired us truly to put our best foot forward to make him proud. It was not just that, I was inspired by his leadership style and humility. He was a leader who led by example. He touched everyone's life without them realizing. And if you would ask me to describe Chairman Sir in a few words, I would say a very humble and giving person.
We are members of an amazing institution because of his vision and perseverance. He taught us the importance of fighting for our dreams and gracefully overcoming the challenges. The Asian School, from its humble beginnings, has witnessed a plethora of dreams achieved, memories created, achievements celebrated, and lifelong relationships cherished. But as you know so well, the passage of time never really heals the tragic memory of such a great loss. But we carry on because we have to, because our loved ones would want us to, and because there is still light to get us in the world from the love they gave us.
What a legacy, what a life. I invite each of you to keep our beloved chairman alive in your hearts. We were each touched by his presence, and we are better because of that. This is not goodbye. I know that he is at peace now. Now it's our turn to go live life to the fullest and keep his legacy alive. As the head girl, on behalf of the student council, this is what I want to say to all of you. It is up to us to ensure that Sir's dream for our school lives on. Each one of us should partake in this responsibility by doing and putting our best foot forward in whatever we undertake, in order that the reputation of our beloved school will always be second to none. I have nothing more to say other than the fact that he was a living embodiment of the code. Actions speak louder than words.
He was the epitome of hard work, and the Asian School is a result of a lifetime of toil. He was a man who made the world a better place by impacting so many people's lives through education. He will be missed. We are all going to miss you, sir. We are all going to miss you. Our chairman, sir, has gone home now, guided by his faith and by the light of those he has loved and lost. At last, he is with them once more, leaving those of us who grieve his passing with the memories he gave, the good he did, the dream he kept alive, and a single enduring image, the image of a man on a mission, professionally dressed and smiling through it all. Some new and wondrous place just beyond the horizon. May God bless him and his family, and may he rest in eternal peace.
Greetings to all hearing me. I feel very honored and blessed to have been given the opportunity to talk about my school, started by this wonderful human being, Mr. Joseph Thomas, sir. Not only we are like a huge family here, but the teachers have guided me to be the best of the best. The opportunity given to me through this institution has shaped me to the confident Abu that I am today. Thank you.
Though I have been in the school with Joseph Sir's support for a very short period, his exceptional leadership, talent, personality, and great vision rendered positive vibes at me. The traits I have achieved till date is all because of Joseph Sir. Thank you for everything you have given me. Not only had our late chairman spent his career in Bahrain, but he also contributed his service in the field of education for his motherland, India. His passion for learning and teaching never stopped. Even though he spent majority of his career in Bahrain, he spent a considerable time of his early life in Mumbai by sharing his wisdom and knowledge as a kindergarten teacher. Then he went on to become a college lecturer in India. Our chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas Sir, was a man of true vision. He relentlessly strived hard through every adverse moment of his life to achieve his goal. He had always been a passionate educator who made the impossible possible through his continuous dedication, determination, and hard work. Sir was someone whom all of us looked up to because of the great qualities he possessed like compassion, passion, persuasion, resilience, and the list never ends. Sir has gone from our side but will remain in our hearts forever.
Truly, the impact Sir has had on education knew no boundaries. Our chairman, Sir, was one of the Bahrain's best and leading educators. In 1982, Sir left for Bahrain with his ambition to start an institution for the Indian community of Bahrain. It is due to Sir's hard work and firm determination that the numerous children of Bahrain, including us, have been provided with education.
Music was something that our beloved chairman cherished a lot. It was this passion for music and his love for it that led to his long-time dream of an orchestra coming true. That moment when my name was announced during the launch of ASB Symphony Junior Orchestra will cling in my memory forever. I will be forever grateful for the opportunities that I have been given through it.
Life's most important and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Mr. Joseph Thomas Sir was a man who cared about other people and who often participated in charity and did good works to show his care. He was a man of dignity. His strength and perseverance made him a complete, successful, and humanitarian person in life. I would like to conclude by saying, one day our heart will stop beating and none of our fears will matter. But what will matter is how we live. Thank you.
Serving on my highly esteemed school student council gives me immense pleasure and pride. It gives me a say in the student activities and a voice with the school administration.
As council members, there are duties to be fulfilled. They are to discipline students and be an example to them. It is a great honor for me to be a council member. I also praise God that I got a position I never expected.
Our chairman, sir, built this school to pass knowledge on to the next generation. Our school had donated clothes and other items for the relief of all the people affected by the Kerala floods of 2018. People affected by the floods were helped in whatever ways possible by the school, along with its alumni. I believe that our late chairman, sir, had touched lives even without him realizing, and this value of helping of others in times of need is installed in every student of the Asian school. Thank you.
What a legacy, what a life. Well, it's rightly told, once born, death is inevitable. But memories and a lifetime of hard work is there to cherish of our beloved chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas, sir. A legend, a man full of love, compassion, strength, and encouragement for us.
On 18th May 2021, he closed his last chapter. For over half a century, Mr. Joseph Thomas, sir, exerted a powerful influence over the intellect and the character of his students and colleagues at the Asian School, Bahrain. We have come here together to commemorate the man and continuing the impact of his life over the lives of others. Thank you.
The loss of a great leader, the loss of a great teacher, a person with a dynamic personality.
A true inspiration for each one of us, our founder chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas. Sir, you will be missed, but your memories will stay.
You will never be forgotten. A hallowed place within our hearts is where you will always stay.
Your creations will remain. The Asian school will continue to grow. But it's hard to move on as we lost our guiding force.
He was not just a great teacher and a leader. He was a shining inspiration with a great vision.
Who touched the hearts of thousands of children, a person with a big heart and a dedicated mind. Sir, you will be missed.
Founders Day is celebrated every year on November 2nd to commemorate the birth anniversary of our dear chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas. This day is packed with a lot of cultural programs performed by both students and teachers. It's very important to celebrate Founders Day because the great opportunity and education that we have been provided with is because of this great personality. Founders Day gives us an opportunity to dwell into the life of our chairman, his qualities, the school's history, and its accomplishments. As the Asian School family looks to the future, we promise to celebrate Founders Day as a grand event in our Asian School academic calendar.
Just as successful people inspire millions all over the world, Sir Joseph Thomas' success story will inspire students of the Asian School for generations. His success in setting up such a highly reputed school so far away from his homeland to serve his people shows that with courage and resolve, nothing is impossible.
Now we have glimpses of PowerPoint and artwork by students, which they presented on the third day of Sir's demise. Memory Day, 20th May, 2021.
Morning, everyone. Today we are gathered here to pay tribute to our beloved late founder chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas, who passed away on 18th May 2021. Let's all stand for a prayer for the soul of our chairman.
Everyone, please rise up for a short prayer. In your hands, O Lord, we humbly entrust our beloved chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas. In his life, you embraced him with your tender love. Deliver him now from every evil and abide him eternal rest. Welcome him into your paradise, full of peace and joy with you. We pray for Sir's family, especially for Mrs. Joseph Thomas. May God give strength to overcome this loss. Lord, graciously hear our prayer. Please be seated.
Years ago, Mr. P.M. Thomas and Mrs. Anakuti Thomas were blessed with a baby boy. We are sure they knew he was a blessing, as were his 5 brothers and 3 sisters. But we don't know if anyone had an inkling of the successful life the child would lead. This child grew up to be our most esteemed founder chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas. Sir was born on 2nd November 1946 in Marngatupalli, Kerala. After his schooling from St. Thomas High School in his hometown, he did his graduation in economics from St. Thomas College, Pala. For his post-graduation in English language and literature, he moved to Christian College, Indore. Education was his calling. Sir started his career in North India as a kindergarten teacher and went on to become a college lecturer. However, he was not satisfied with the normal life of an employee and was egged on by a strong desire to establish an institution of his own. His determination and perseverance fueled this idea, and he pushed away at the boundaries of his comfort zone. His dream was realized on 11th May 1983 when the Asian School came into existence in the beautiful island of the Kingdom of Bahrain. The school grew to accommodate grades 1 and 2, and there was a stall in the growth of the school. Obstacles were plenty, but Sir's determination and indomitable spirit grew stronger with the blocks in his path. Sir was determined, and he continued to struggle because he knew that winners never quit and quitters never win. After 3 years, his labor bore fruit and the school was upgraded till grade 6. The most joyous moment was when the school was granted CBSE affiliation in the year 1992. Brick by brick, the school started expanding. This is the consequence of Sir's vision and his
If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. Quoted by APJ Abdul Kalam. Respected sirs, madams, teachers and my dear friends, a very warm good afternoon to one and all. Today, I feel proud to stand before you to speak a few words on the special occasion of the 38th anniversary of our school, which marks the efforts, dedication and sacrifices for a respected founder chairman and the school management. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Yes, the Asian School Bahrain took that single step on the 11th of May 1983 and began its success journey. Nothing grows in place of comfort. The institution was upgraded to the secondary level in 1992 and the senior secondary level in 2016. At present, the school offers classes up to grade 12 and has a strength of around 4,500 students. Our school also conducts so many activities that provide a platform to showcase our talents. The Asian School is proud to be one of the best schools in the island. My warmest congratulations and best wishes for the school's continuing success. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Very warm morning to our founder chairman, principal, vice principals, beloved teachers, and my dear friends. On the dusty road of life, there's nothing to despair, with a person in life full of inspiration. Not a day goes by without motivation. drawing us to new visions of life, encouragement being the best feature. A soldier with a pen and eternal guide, lightning wisdom to the decayed mind, floating tirelessly till dark with no pride, sacrificing the best of their personal lives and asking no favor but just respect for their time, revealing rainbows of opportunities straight away to the path of success, freeing the creative bird in me from the hedge, making me face my life with all given knowledge. I stand today as a positive being, a proud student, as you taught me to win and never back down from any competition. Your words of wisdom and blessing always I received. Truly, they are reasons for my improvement. Our inspiration, our founder. Thank you.
We're deeply saddened by the demise of our founder chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas. Now I will speak a few words for him. May you always walk in sunshine and God's compassion around you flow. For the times that you gave us, everybody should know. Your legacy is beyond compare, and this is least from just. But life is never fair, and all of us are crushed. It is breaking our hearts that we lost you, but you did not go alone. A part of us went with you the day God called you home. We will always remember you. From our minds, you will never be erased. Without you, we don't know what to do. From our hearts, you can never be replaced. Not a second passes when you're not on our minds. Your love we will never forget. The hurt will ease in time. You meant so much to all of us. You were special, and that's no lie. You brightened up the darkest day and the cloudiest sky.
I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Henceforth, there is laid up for me the crown of righteousness. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. Yes, our dear sir, our inspiration, our guiding light, a born educator, a doyen of the education sector, fought a fight, finished his race, but his great legacy will continue. In conclusion, our Vice Principal, Mrs. Elizabeth Southern, will speak few words, followed by the hymn, The Shepherd of My Soul, by Mr. Savio de Costa.
Benjamin Franklin once wrote, well done, better than well said. This quote reminds me of our beloved chairman, Mr. Joseph Thomas. He was a man of few words, but his actions spoke volumes. Today, we all are here to remember a great soul conquered the struggles throughout his life. A man who had not stopped being supportive to everyone. A person with a quiet and kind spirit, yet mysteriously ensuring calmness. We cherish the days Sir guided us with his farsightedness and empathy. Though we miss Sir's physical presence, his legacy lives in us. His memories will guide us through our journey. It will be a shining light to everyone who knew him. We are blessed beyond words to have had him as a part of our lives in this great institution and way beyond. Before I conclude, thank you to all who have been a part of today's ceremony. Thank you to Father Jio Joseph and our ex-teachers for sharing their valuable views of our dear sir. Thank you to all our students who have expressed their feelings and emotions through artwork and talk on May 20th, which was marked as a memory day. A special note of thanks to Master Adidev and supported by his sister Adisri and Mrs. Minnie Roy teacher for a well-organized program. I wind up with these few words. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. Thank you.
Shepherd of my soul, I give you full control. Wherever you may lead, I will follow. I have made the choice to listen to your voice. Wherever you may lead, I will go. Be it in a quiet pasture or by a gentle stream, the shepherd of my soul is by my side. Should I face a mighty mountain or a valley dark and deep, the shepherd of my soul will be my guide. Shepherd of my soul, oh, you have made me whole. Wherever you call, how my tears flow. How I feel your love, how I want to serve. I gladly give my heart to you, O Lord. Be it in the flowing river or in the quiet night, the shepherd of my soul is by my side. Should I face the stormy weather or the dangers of this world, the shepherd of my soul will be my guide. The shepherd of my soul will be my guide. The shepherd of my soul will be my guide. Rest in peace.
Thank you, one and all.